Hello guys and welcome to another video. Okay, so last year, oh my god, look at me without a fringe. Shocking, isn't it? Yeah, where were we? Okay, so last year we had a 6-month strict lockdown in Greece and I freaked out, so I took it out of my room and my walls. Mainly hanging plants and flowers, adding some cottagecore and dark academia tones, and you know, it's been all fun and games until I realized how much bored I am with it. So it's time to declutter, deorganize, and redecorate my room again. Let's go! I started this redecoration journey when I found my old blank canvases. I was jet-lagged from my previous trip to Canada, so I've spent a few days drinking wine and painting at midnight, and voila! I started hoarding paintings while having zero space on my walls to hang these, so I thought to myself, maybe it's time to bring some old decor down and make some space for new stuff. But then I had to make space to put the things I tore off my walls, and one thing led to another, so I decided to do some reorganizing and decluttering, trying to save space while simultaneously trying to keep the aesthetic on point and also throw away some junk and or giving away shit I don't need. So let's start with the first section of my room that I wanted to declutter, and that's my vintage dresser. If you follow me long enough and watched my older decor videos, you'll probably know the story of my dresser. It belonged to my grandma and I am pretty sure it's haunted. It gives me ghostly vibes, and sometimes at night I feel like someone's watching me from there. But anyway, it's filled with jewelry and beauty products and everything is all over the place. So yeah, here's a new jewelry box I got, hoping to stash all my junk in it without having to check all the drawers and all the little boxes and pouches. If you're an organization freak like me, you'll probably orgasm while watching this box. Like, it has so many spaces for everything. Oh my god. So most of my jewelry boxes I crafted myself, like my velvet coffin box and some other witchy ones as well. I really liked them, but over the years my choker, ring and earring collections got bigger and bigger. And also I started collecting beauty products, which I just threw in my drawers, and it's a mess. So here's a very satisfying montage of me putting everything in the new box. So yeah, after adding all my earrings one by one through the little holes, look how organized and neat this looks. This is calming my anxiety. Now it's time to fill the little boxes in the drawer below with some pins, hair clips and bracelets. I'm glad I'm not into bracelets because I only have like 3. Last but not least, it's time to add the necklaces. I have a separate box for chokers because they deserve a special place on their own. So here I'm gonna put the chains and pendants, and yeah, I think we're done. Now it's time to put everything in the dresser and be smart about space saving. It took me like 3 tries before I finally managed to put it the way it is now. Sometimes I still mistakenly open the second drawer in order to get my face masks because I decided to swap the positions of the jewelry and beauty products. It's way better this way, but my muscle memory needs to catch up. So later that day I decided to open some new holes on my walls and hang the paintings. Yes, it's already nighttime, very bad timing to start hammering the walls, but oh well, inspiration comes at weird times. I took down my hats first of all, made some space elsewhere for them, and now it's time to put up these paintings I painted last night. I'm so proud of the way they turned out. At first I was so scared to paint on the canvas. I literally had these for months, even years. But when I started painting, I wasn't able to stop, and now I'm planning to get more. Sadly, I have no place on my walls, but it's fine because I can give them to friends. Since I took the hats down from the wall in order to make space for the paintings, I had to put them on the right side of the library. Now this part I did not record, but basically a month ago I decluttered the shit out of my library and gave away some old books to the library I used to go as a kid, and the librarian woman even remembered me, and it was so wholesome and touching. Since then I had this space open for whatever I can fit there, so I decided to add the hats and some shoes from the closet because yeah, you guessed it, right? Closet is the next part that's getting decluttered. Not only that, but I've been binge watching videos for space saving and how to fold in the best way possible. Mainly hoodies and sweaters and pants and, you know, clothes that take up a lot of space. Now, I'm terrible at explaining. There are so many helpful videos here on YouTube, so I hope you don't expect me to show you how. But I did film myself folding shit, so if you manage to get it, then you're one smart motherfucker. Here we are, starting with the pants. Again, the process is so satisfying, like the way they're piling on top of the other is so... oh, yes, daddy. Okay, moving on. Apologies. And into the closet we go. Oh my god, it fits perfectly, and I'm saving so much more space. Now I can fit my sweatpants next to them without having to put them on another drawer. Next on the list we have sweaters and hoodies. These ones were a little tricky because they are pretty fluffy and thick, but trust the process, it works. It took me a few tries to do it efficiently, but once you get the gist of it, everything else seems easier. So then I resumed to put shit in by trial and error, and it took me by surprise. But you see that space on the top, the big one? It ended up being empty because I managed to tuck everything in so perfectly. And so I decided to add some coats and jackets there, just the ones who are able to be folded, you know. Doing so, the right part of the closet was able to breathe. So lastly, I had to take care of socks, pantyhoses, knee socks, my corsets, and well, my cute panties collection. And here's the final look. I'm always happy to clear things and give away pieces I'm not wearing. I hope I find a local thrift store that accepts donations for this, because the ones that I've already asked, they don't get donations from people, which is weird. Next thing on my list is an eyeglass hanger. Now this is something I used to have before on my wall, but in a more plain design. Basically I hang all my glasses from my closet hanger. And now I decided to improve this technique by crafting one out of cardboard and cover it with velvet fabric. This video is pretty self-explanatory. I just glued everything together with a hot glue gun, burnt my fingers in the process, but you know, everything turned out fine in the end. So most of these clips are filmed at night. Again, apologies for the lighting. I will also make a room tour at the end of the video, and I will make sure I film at daylight so you can see the final look better. The last thing I did was organize my shelves. The first shelf is my spiritual shelf, full of candles, crystals, incense sticks and other curiosities. Okay, so for this I decided to add most of the candles and the incense sticks and everything inside this little box, and tried to pile everything up, trying to make a cute little corner with stuff. And I kept the plate underneath with all the crystals as it was because I really liked it. And yeah, so for the second shelf I redecorated this one back in fall, I think back in September. I have a video for it, and I decided to reorganize it a bit and clean it. I always keep the liquor bottles with the baby's breath in it. I think they're very cute and it gives me this 2014 Tumblr vibe that I've heard that it's coming back, so I'm really excited. I like that aesthetic a lot. I found a little owl at a thrift store in Canada and I just immediately adopted her. She's so pretty and pretty realistic as well. And yeah, this is the final look as I promised. You can see the paintings in daylight and see all the details and how they look. Here is the eyeglass hanger and the earring hanger. And basically I did not change that much on my walls, but I'll surely keep adding some artwork that I make, keep reorganizing and decluttering until I get rid of all the things I'm not using. I'm in a decluttering spree recently, so yeah. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!